Now I will sing of golden-haired Demeter, the awe-inspiring goddess, and of her trim-ankled daughter, Persephone, who was frolicking in a grassy meadow. She was far away from her mother, gathering flowers, crocuses, roses and violets, irises and lovely hyacinths, growing profusely together with one narcissus. This was the snare for the innocent maiden. She knelt in delight to pluck the astonishing bloom, when all of a sudden the wide earth split open, and down the Nesian meadow out sprang a lord with his deathless horses. It was he who receives many guests, he who has many names. Seizing Persephone, he caught her up in his golden chariot, despite her laments. Still glimpsing the earth, the brilliant sky, the billowing fish-filled sea, the rays of the sun, Persephone vainly hoped to see her beloved mother again. The peaks of the mountains and the ocean depths resounded with her immortal voice, and her stately mother heard. A sudden pang went through Demeter's heart. She set off like a bird, wildly over the bodies of water and the dry stretches of land, but no one would tell her the truth. She circled the earth for 9 days steadily. She enthroned herself within a temple built by the Lusians, far from all the festive gods, wasting away with longing for her graceful daughter. She made that year most shocking and frightening for mortals who lived on the nourishing earth. The soil did not yield a single seed. Demeter kept them all underground. In vain, oxen hauled many curved plows over the meadows. Now she was about to cause the race of chattering men to die out altogether from frightful hunger, depriving those who lived on Olympus of their lavish gifts and sacrifices. Then Zeus noticed. He dispatched Hermes with his staff of gold. Setting off from the Olympus seat, Hermes dashed down at once to the depths of the earth. He found Hades in his halls on a couch with his tender bride, who was listless out of longing for her mother. Dark-haired Hades, Zeus commands me to bring back fair Persephone. Her mother is planning a horrible deed, to starve the tribes of earth-dwelling mortals, and so to deprive the gods of their offerings. The king of the dead raised his eyebrows, but he did not disobey Zeus's order. Go, Persephone, back to your dark-robed mother. Persephone smiled as joyfully she sprang up from the couch. But stealthily the Lord of the Death gave her some pomegranate seeds to make sure she would not remain forever at the side of her noble mother. Soon after, Hades harnessed up his deathless horses in the golden chariot. Persephone leapt into the car. Hermes seized the whip and the reins in his skillful hands, and they drove off together away from the land of the dead. Hermes guided the horses to Eleusis, where Demeter sat waiting, and they drew to a halt in front of the incense-filled temple. Demeter, catching sight of Persephone, flew forward like a Maenad on a mountain, but as she clasped her daughter, she suspected treachery. "My child, could you have eaten anything in the land of the dead?" "Truthfully, mother, when Hermes arrived from Zeus, I arose with joy. Then Hades brought out delicious pomegranate seeds, and urged me to eat them. In that case, you must return to the land of the dead for 1/2 of the rolling seasons. But when you come back to me for the other half, the earth will burst into bloom with flocks of sweet-smelling spring flowers, a great marvel to all men." At that moment, wide-ruling Zeus sent Hermes. "Demeter, Zeus wishes you to return to the company of the gods. Yield to him, lest you carry your anger toward dark-clouded Zeus too far. And now, bestow some nourishing fruit on mortal men." Demeter did not disobey. Immediately she caused the fruit in the fertile fields to grow, and soon the wide earth was weighed down with buds and blossoms. Hail to you, Demeter, lady of the fragrant Ulysses, leader of the seasons and giver of the shining gifts. You and your most beautiful daughter Persephone look kindly on me, and in return for my song, great abundant life to follow.